Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome to Virtual Y. My name is Pat. We're here for Barre Express today. I've got just a few setup items for you. You'll need something to balance with, like a bar or a chair or a couch or a countertop, possibly a light set of weights and some hydration, maybe a mat. That's all you need. If you're new to Barre, special welcome. Everybody take the variations that work for you today and let's get warmed up. So sit back, navel pulled in. You want a nice long spine. Getting yourselves warmed up. A little faster when you're ready. Reach, lower, reach. Active arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's find a march. Knees high. Drive your knees to the sky. When you land, toe ball, heel, always. That keeps this low impact. Let's press our arms to the sky. Yep, a little bit of balance going here already. All right, arms out to the side. Keep your heart lifted, little squeeze of your shoulder blades. And now press your palms out. You can keep a bend in your elbows. All right, let's change it up. 1 foot back. And then rise up. Find that balance, step back, lower into both knees. We're just warming up our joints. Lower and lift. Just one more. And now step back, reach long and bend, long and bend. Looks like this from the side. So heel is lifting and then we're pressing heel to the mat. Getting ready to change sides in 2 and 1. Step it in. Other foot back. Bend both knees. Maybe find your balance. Lunge low and lift. Anything that works for your arms to keep your balance is great. All right, next time we're going to reach long. Heel down and lift. Reaching long. Very active. 4 more. 4. 3, we're going to step wide in 2 and 1. Step wide, toes out on the diagonal, lower and lift. Make it big. That's it. Maybe find a little lean over to the side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Lower down. Breathe in, and then reach one shoulder to opposite knee. Come to center. Press into your back hand. Center, and once more to each side. Now pivot around. Frame your front foot. Step back. Find your plank. So on your knees or on your toes. Navel is in, shoulders tucked back. Or you have one knee down. All right, let's find a little shoulder tap. So keep your hips level. You might want to step your feet wider if you're on your toes. Little shoulder taps. Tap, 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 tap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now again, knees up or down, slowly lower. Elbows stayed in, a little push up, press the mat away. Just one more. Press your hips up and back. Walk your feet in towards your hands. Tuck your chin and roll on up. Big shoulder roll at the top. Beautiful. That was our warm-up. Coming up next is our first arm series. I will invite you to use some light weights if you would like. Otherwise, your arms have some weight to them already. So we're going to start with hands on our heart. And we're going to just find a little bit of a squat here to start. Lower and lift. Press out of your heels. Keep your toes light. All right, we're going to get the arms into the equation here in just a moment. All right, stand tall. Hands are elbow width apart. Now slowly lower and slowly lift. Just a little bicep curl. Then we're going to keep that 90-degree bend in your elbow. Keep it right here. Now lift your elbows forward and back. Let's add in the legs. Hinge forward. Press out, lift, and lower. Lift and lower. Meet me at the top. Lengthen out your arms. They're offset. And switch. And switch. So you're standing tall here. Shoulders are over your hips. We don't want our hips forward, and we don't want them sticking out here. All right, switch. 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 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands even with each other. Bring them back in. Roll your shoulders. We're going to have a little punch forward. So rotate and in. One at a time. Reach. Reach. Just one more each side. Hold here. Now up and down and up and down. Now, put those two things together if it works in your body. If it doesn't work in your body, do one or the other. Or alternate. All right, just one more each side. Beautiful. We're going to hinge forward now. Extend our arms. Roll the shoulders back. Palms face up. Little presses. Presses. Navel into spine to support your lower back. If you want to get fancy, shift your weight forward on your toes and press and press. You've got it. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, heels down. Split stance. One leg goes back. Arms hanging straight. Now find that row, single arm. All right, shift your weight forward. Now both arms. Maybe you float your back leg at the same time. Up, down, just 2 more, and then we're going to switch sides. So you can keep that hinge going forward. Just bring both feet in and switch sides. Other foot goes back. This time, palms go back, and it's a little bit of the wider row. You can make your back foot lighter or float it. Keep your navel pulled into your spine and keep your spine in neutral as you're hinged forward. Just 2 more. Last one like this, and then come on up. Elbows bend. Elbows come up to shoulder height. Now wide cactus arms. Press, press. Anytime you want, you can add a little calf raise here. Little releve. All right, now slow it down. Lower, and then press overhead. Elbows to 90, press overhead. Just 2 more. Light grip on your weights. Last one like that. Come on up. Keep your heels lifted. Hands come down, and slowly heels come down. Roll your shoulders. Nicely done. First position, and diamond legs are up next. If you have a little hydration handy, that's always helpful. All right, we're going to set up in first position. That's heels together, toes apart. We're standing tall. You've got one or both hands on your bar. I'm going to face you just to set it up. Hand on your outside hip, or you can have both hands on your bar. The little plie, little plie. All right, I'm going to turn to face my bar. You keep the plie going. All right, let's find a little releve. Up, down, up, down. So you have a light touch on your bar. Everything is aligned. Head, shoulders, hips, and heels. Knees are in alignment too. All right, now slow it down. So it's slow up, 2, down, 2, up, down, up. Last one like that. Now here's a variation. Keep one knee bent and then lift and lower on the other heel. That's it. So you might like to widen your hands. Yep, you might even find some wobbling and shaking here. Let's switch sides. Or you could still be doing this with both feet on the mat. All right, both heels together, a little faster. Lift, lower, lift. Your V might be a different shape, or I should say different width than mine. All right, we're going to find that fourth position next. Stay up high. Bring one foot back. You've got about a foot distance between your front heel and your back toe. Now bring both heels down. Both heels up. Both heels down. Both heels up. I'm going to scoot in a little bit more. A little faster. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then hold at the top. Bend your knees. Bring your hands in. Light touch. Maybe you lift one arm. Maybe you lift your other arm. Both hands float down. Step it in. Let's go to the other side. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. You've got it. Keep going. Music is changing. We're sticking with this one. 2 more. And now find that balance if you wish. Light hands. Maybe you take one hand off. Maybe you take both hands off. Hands come to heart center. And now release both heels. All right, maybe you'd like to find a crouch here and shift side to side. Quick stretch before we set up for second position. I'm going to grab my weights while I'm down here. I'm going to set up for second position. That's toes out on the diagonal. Knees and toes aligned. Slide down your imaginary wall. Everything is still aligned. Head, shoulders, hips, and heels. Hands to heart center. Let's just start off with a little plie. So no knees, stay right in line with your toes, lower and left. All right, let's add the arms into the equation. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Now your arms are extending all the way without locking your elbows. 4. If that's too fast, just slow it down. We don't want to be swinging those weights. We're placing them in space. Hold it down at the bottom. Now singles. Single. Lower and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flip your palms open. Lift just to shoulder height and lower. Other side. Lift and lower. Now flip them around. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Now if you've got it, both hands and legs at the same time. Lower, lift, lower. Remember, if the swinging is happening, you just slow it down. It's all the same work. Slow and controlled. All right, bend your elbows. Bring them in. Palms up. Let's serve the platter. Open and close. Open, close, open, close. 2 more. Last one. Now come back out here. Find a bicep curl. Lower. Lift. Bicep curl. That's it. All right, bring them both in. Hands to your heart. One hand on your hip. Lift one heel. Press your arm to the sky. Arm and heel lower. Bring them down. Switch sides. Lift, lower, lift. It's like an overhead press, or it is an overhead press. 2 more. Last one. Hands to heart. Lift both heels. If you've got it, both arms overhead. 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Rise up. Release your arms. Thumbs forward, toes forward. Nicely done. We're coming up onto our squats. So set your weights down to the side. We're going to set up here in sumo, so a little bit wider than hip distance, maybe turned out just a little bit more. Navel is pulled in. Soft knees. One foot comes around. That amount of crossover is completely up to you. Now step wide. Open. That's it. Open. Just cross over any amount. Doesn't have to be a lot. What's most important is that your knees and toes are aligned. Let's see if we can pick up the tempo. That's it. Come up tall in the center and low as you come across. Just 2 more. All right, come back to center. Hands on hips. Step one leg around. And now let's open up to the side. Foot steps back. Hands come to center, over to the other side. So it's slow to start. Find the twist. In and open. So you can come up stay up as high as you want, or come down as low as you want. That's it. Come together. Back to the center. Now, what if we challenged our balance next time through, and as we come through, we float our arm behind and we open. Yes, we might fall over. It's all good. Come back to center. Let's see what happens on the other side. Just one more each side. Floating. One side might be better than the other, like it is for me. And then over to the other side. Get your balance first, then maybe float. Open. That's it. Now lower and lift. Just a big plie. Now, if you like, add the releve by lifting your heels. All right, come on up. Keep your heels lifted. Bring your hands down to heart center. Now bend your knees. Drop, drop, drop as low as you're going to go. Keep pressing your knees out. All right, heels down, rise up, toes forward, feet together. Maybe a quick thigh stretch here, ankle over knee. Yep, side lying is up next. So we're going to set up wide once more, toes on the diagonal, hands to heart center. So we start off very similar to our last move. All right, meet me at the bottom. Fingertips to temples, and then we go to one side and then the other. 4, 3, 2, and then we're going to reach across in the front. Looks like this. Reach. Reach. Now you don't have to come down very low at all. You can keep it very high. Just reach across your body. That's it. All right, come back to center. Roll your shoulders. Reach your arms out. Peel one heel off. And then peel the other heel off. Settle into your legs. Bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. Heels down. Rise up. I'm going to bring my feet in just a little bit more. Elbow to knee on one side and then to the other side. So elbow, wide, elbow to opposite knee. Working on our oblique muscles down the sides of our body. Down the sides of our torso for sure. Just even that out, one more each side. All right, now lean over to one side. Find your balance. Reach through your arms. Pull your navel to your spine. Open up through your chest. All right, let's step wide and plie, releve. Just 2 more. All right, arms down. Now we're going to find the lunge to one side. We will find that balance to the other side. But right now, for our transition, we're going to lunge to one side and lunge to the other side. Back knee bends, back knee bends. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Find your star on the other side. Lift your arms. Find the balance. Keep your heart lifted. Nice. Then come back down. Beautiful. Give your legs a shake. Maybe a figure 4 stretch would feel good here. Nice. We're coming up to our standing glute work. So we're going to face the bar. Hands are a light touch on the bar. Bring weight into one foot. Pull your navel into your spine. Feel nice and long. Now hinge forward. Keep your back knee at 90 degrees. And I'm going to step back a little bit, give myself some space. Now come on up. If you like, find your balance, or your bar is there, and then slowly hinge forward. Lift. Next week we may do this on our knees, so you might like to have a little extra padding available next week. You'll see how that works. That's it. Hinge. Keep the knee at 90. Next time we hinge forward, we're going to keep that knee at 90. Everything is square. So check in. Shoulders, hips, heel is lifted, and we're going to press a little bit. Your standing knee is soft. Press, press. Nice long spine here. Now hold your knee up and make a U shape with your knee. It's going to be tiny. Just a little bit of internal movement and then external. That's it. Now come back to center. Rise up. Bring your ankle across. Sit back. Maybe find your balance here. Navel into spine. Gosh, my balance is a little off today. That's the way balance is. And rise up. Okay, roll your shoulders, getting ready to go to the other side. So bend the other knee at 90 degrees, line it up with the opposite knee, hinge forward, give yourself some space if you need to, and then rise up and maybe catch your balance. Hinge. Standing knee is soft, and lift. Hinge forward, rise up. One more time, keep your knee up behind, making those little U shape with your knee. In and out. In and out. It's just tiny. Keeping your spine nice and long. Right, beautiful. Even that out. Come on up. Step back. And then turn to face your screen. Bring your arm up overhead. Find some length here. And then bring your hand to your knee, to your hip. Bend your knee and bring it forward and back. It stays at 90. Forward and back. One more. And then we're going to the other side. And then it'll be time to do a little bit of cool down. So find your balance first. That's it. Find some length. Then hand to hip, bend your knee. It's like you're sliding your knee across a table. You're keeping it at the same height as much as possible. Just one more. That's it. Extend. Big breath in. Hands to heart center. We're going to turn side on. Another big breath in. Hands together. Little baby back bend here. So engage your glutes to support your lower back as you find a little bit of a back bend. And then release your hands, bend your knees, bring your hands down to the mat, step your feet back, find a downward facing dog. Press the mat forward, fingers spread wide, knees come down to the mat, and find a child's pose. Send your hips all the way back. That's it. Melt your elbows towards the mat. Reach your arms wide. Now breathe in, rise up. Realign your knees and hips. Step 1 foot forward, ankle underneath. Hand to thigh. Breathe in. So it's important to lengthen our muscles after that intense, tiny movement. Now let's find the twist here. Opening. Beautiful. Keep your hips lowering forward. Hand comes back to the mat. Shift your weight back. Lift your toes. And find your half Hanuman or just a little hamstring stretch. Bring your foot in. Bring your knee down to the mat. And find your version of pigeon here. So release your upper body. Might feel good, especially in your glutes and hip. And then walk your hands in, tuck your back toes, step back to your downward facing dog. And we'll simply go to the other side. So other foot lunges forward, back knee down. Allow your hips to fall forward. Find length in your spine. Turn towards your thigh. Find your twist. Maybe reaching your arm if you like that variation. Hand comes down. Shift your hips back, lift your toes. Keep a nice long back here. Your knee can be bent in front, doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then just bring your foot in, bend your knee, and then release your torso over your thigh. Breathe into your hip. Beautiful. Tuck your back toes. Bring your hips up, walk your feet in, just tuck your chin, roll on up. If you don't have a Virtual Y membership, you can get one. One heel to seat, right here. Knees stay aligned, hip comes forward. We're finding a thigh stretch. If you want to challenge your balance, hands come around. And then release. Roll your shoulders. Balance is different every day. So don't be discouraged. Like I'm finding my balance to be particularly challenging today. Could have to do with what I did yesterday. Hip comes forward, knees are aligned. Roll your shoulders back. Gaze on the horizon so that your chin is parallel to the earth. Beautiful. Now step your feet wide. Take a breath in. Exhale. Find some length here as you fold forward and bring your hands down to the mat, or they can stay up on your hips if they don't reach it all the way. Either way, bend into one knee, a little bit or a lot. And then come back to center. Bend into the other knee, a little or a lot. Your hips might come way down here if you adjust your stance. Doesn't matter. Just find what works for you. We're finding an inner thigh stretch. Now hands come to hips. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, stay. Feel length in your spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, more length in your spine. Reach the crown of your head forward, melt your shoulders back. On your next inhale, rise up. That's it. Now find a side bend. Any amount. You can look up under your arm. Breathe in, back to center, and then slide your hand down the other side. Breathe in, back to center. Clasp your hands behind you. Let's roll our shoulders back, lift our gaze, and find a shoulder opener and a chest opener. Now bring your gaze forward, soften your knees, step your feet together. You're going to find that chest opener again. Interlace your fingers the more unusual way. Lengthen out your arms as much as possible. Roll your shoulders back. Open. And then release your arms. Give your shoulders a big shoulder roll. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for Barre Express. Once again, tune in each week at this time or look for our on-demand classes and check out YMCA of the North.